Hi everyone, welcome to Topic 4B Part 7, where we continue talking about taking the lead. In thinking about not-for-profits, the big issues, for leadership, the top 5 things are finance at 72%, 47% of the issues is fundraising, so that's the top 2 overwhelmingly on resourcing. A third say it's governance. 32% say that it's web and information technology issues, and 5th on the list of most important things is staffing. The really interesting thing as well is that 23% of the not-for-profits surveyed felt that their boards lacked leadership skills. So there's why governance is sitting at number 3. This is again New Zealand data from Grant Thornton and Associates in 2010. In considering Morgan's management of paradox again, where we've mentioned already the potential of new futures to create this tension with what's been normal in the organisation to the place where we're moving to. What Morgan also talks about is how we manage that paradox. And in his words, in our discussion of chaos theory, mention was made how systems are moving away from the influence of a dominant attractor pattern towards a potential new configuration. So, in other words, where we're coming from an old place and going to a new place, we encounter forks in the road where our energies for change can either they can dissolve in a way that allows the old thing that we did to reassert itself. So in other words, we can end up with divided interests instead of being focused on the thing that we need to do to change. So successful management of change requires skill in dealing with those oppositions, with those other things that try and take our attention, and that actually block our way to a new and desired future. Morgan actually talks about some of the paradoxical kind of pairs that we have, like innovation and avoiding mistakes, thinking long term versus delivering results now, and cutting costs versus increasing morale. Actually, those two needn't be opposite ends. Reducing staff and improving teamwork. So there's a whole range of paradoxical situations that we can set up. So one of the big things that Morgan does talk about, though, is empowering others to act on the vision by helping to get rid of those obstacles for change, by managing those paradoxes and being quite sure that we've thought about what the paradoxes might be. Also, what all this means for leadership development. Jackson and Perry have got a good quote. At the end of the day, we judge the quality of a leadership theory by the quality of questions that it creates in our minds, rather than the quality of answers, and that is a particularly useful thing to think about. That leadership should not necessarily be about providing the answers, but equally about asking the right questions. And the other thing that Jackson and Perry talk about is this ability of ourselves to rely on our intuition, which is really a subconscious ability to recognise patterns, and listen to the voices in our head or hearts and have a think about what other questions we should be asking instead of just rolling with something because we think it's roughly right.